Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. I hope you are having a wonderful Monday and a great start to your week. I am Ashley Chance Fox, founder and creator of Balance Worthy, and I am coming to you from my favorite place at my home in the back deck, and you will hear all kinds of noises. I have tried all kinds of microphones to shut it out, but honestly, people talk about all the nature sounds that go on, and it is just what it is. In the South, you can see my hair is fuzzy because it's very humid. We live a couple of blocks from a train track, so you may hear a train go by, dogs barking, whatever. So if you are not in a place where you can get outside, let this be your nature for the day. If you are here, feel free to say hello in the chat. I hope my chat is working. Some days it's great and it does its thing, and then other days it's like, so hopefully today is working. So if you're here, say hello in the chat. I love chatting back and forth with you guys. And I also, if you are watching the replay, if you want to type hashtag replay or tag me so I see your comment or question, feel free to do so as well. So this morning we're talking about our Monday mantra, which is you deserving everything good. And you do. I do. We do. We deserve everything good. This is part of my good. My good is sitting out here listening to nature and getting some fresh air, and I don't have shoes on, so my feet are they're on the deck, but you know what I mean, they're on the earth. And this is my good. And sometimes we're in a place where we have to start with the small things and noticing, I think I have a bug. Welcome to Nature Outside. Good morning, Jessica. Sometimes we have to start the little things to remind us that we are deserving of the good. And my good starts out, I wish I could flip the camera around easy for you to see and then flip it back, but knowing me and technology, it would not go well. But I have this gorgeous tree that's sitting right in front of me, and it's, hundreds of years old. And we were in the part of Kentucky that was hit by a tornado in December of 2021, and our neighborhood specifically was hit. My home was literally, everyone around us had damage but us. So we were extremely lucky. But the trees are still there. And we lost a lot of trees in our neighborhood. Our neighborhood is named after a tree. And so obviously it sort of shows we have a lot of trees here, but we were lucky and we didn't lose. There's 3 of them right in a row. This property used to be one huge property way back. This house was built 70 years ago, so probably 100 years ago or more. And this was owned by one family. And so, but when they split it, my neighbor got 2 of the big trees and I got 1. But that's part of my good. Part of your good may be waking up in the morning. Part of your good may be a hot shower. Part of your good may be taking a walk outside. Part of your good may be looking at your kiddos sleeping and appreciating the quiet, the few minutes before you have to wake them up. There's a lot of little goods, and when your mind focuses on those goods, where your mind goes is where your life goes. So if you're constantly thinking about what you don't have or how it should be, then that's, in my experience, that's sort of where it goes. And sorry, I got distracted. My hummingbird feeders, I have one back behind me here, and I have 2 or 3 over here, and they are active this morning, so they may be zooming in and out any moment. And I hear them fighting. And if you've never been around hummingbirds, they may be tiny, but they are mighty and they can fight. But we have to start putting our mind, our energy, our emotions toward the good and start looking at the good. And again, if you're in a place And we have all been there. We have been in the suck before. We all have. I don't know of anybody that's never not been in the suck. It's some form, shape, or fashion. We've all been there. And you may be in the midst of it right now, and it may be hard to see the good, and it may be hard to believe that you deserve the good, but you do deserve the good. You do deserve the good. You deserve your dreams. You deserve your wants. You deserve your positive and fulfilling life. You do. You do. Does that mean it's going to be easy all the time? No, obviously not, because it's life. But the longer we sort of train our brain to focus on the good and not focus on what we don't have, the lack or the negative, or always constantly, the negative want. It's good to want good stuff, right? But you also have to be grateful and thankful and focus on the good. I've just seen it so many times where our hearts are closed and our energy is closed, and we say we want the good and we are trying to focus on the good, but really all we're talking about is that awful coworker or the commute home or how awful XYZ is, and that's where our energy goes, and where our energy goes, our mind goes, and that's where life goes. So we need to focus on the good, and you are deserving of the good. You are here on this earth, and you deserve. I don't believe that we were put here to be miserable. Does that mean life's easy? No. But I also don't think that we were here for misery either. So you deserve the good. Maybe you feel down and you don't feel like you deserve the good. I'm telling you now. I'm looking you straight in the eye and telling you, you deserve the good. Everything good. Everything good. You deserve it. And you're worthy of it. And you are enough to get it. And you can. And you can. So this morning I was called. Y'all know how I do things. Sometimes I pick a card. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I bring crystals out here. Whatever I'm sort of called to do. And I had 2 decks called to me this morning. And let me show you. I sort of chuckled. I don't know if y'all know this, but I grew up on a farm. And I love earthworms. I know it sounds crazy. I don't have a farm of earthworms or anything, although during COVID I seriously thought about it for composting. But I do love earthworms. And today the card that I pulled for you guys was the earthworm. Isn't he cute? I think he's so cute. But what stuck out to me from the book about this that has specifically to do with the fact that you are deserving, it talks about that the earthworm is a newbie or novice working to establish confidence in a new area. So if you're new to feeling like you deserve the good and you're worthy of the good and thinking that of the good, then this is for you, right? Others around you may seem wise and experienced, but it's important to remember they once felt earthworm energy too. So people that you see that you think that they got all their together, one, they may or may not. It may just be a facade, but if they do, they were a novice at one point too. We all started somewhere. When I started my yoga practice, or practicing yoga, I was a novice. I continued and continued and continued until I decided I wanted to become a yoga teacher. And then I was a novice yoga teacher. And I think that's good for us to start things new. There's something, I know there's probably research out there, but it gives you some kind of endorphins to try something new. Even if you're not good at it, that's okay. Try something new, experiencing something new. Okay? It says, this card is a reminder not to be intimidated or lose hope. Mastery takes time and you're on the right track. And the little thing says, besides, rumor has it, a beginner's mind offers the most valuable insights. And that brought me up to, what do they say? about children. Children just say what there's a saying, and it's not coming to me right now, but out of the mouth of babes, right? Because they're all new. They don't know. They just say whatever, right? And that's sort of the same thing. As a beginner, you don't know, and that's okay. And you can just ask questions and do things wrong and mess up and come back and try all over again. And the other deck that I was called to pull from was they're little angel cards that just have one word on them that's sort of like to give you a little bit more, to focus on that word throughout the day or the week. Or I usually use these for my yoga practice. Think about this word while I'm doing my yoga practice. And today's word, I'm sorry, they're backwards, but it's trust. Trust. Trust that you're in the right place. Trust that you're going through the right thing. Trust that you're listening to this right now for a reason. Trust that you are deserving of the good. Trust. So I hope you all have a wonderful Monday. That's really all I had today. I just wanted to hop on here, talk about our Monday mantra. If you're not on my email list, there's a link at the top of our Facebook group that talks about a 5-minute meditation that will get you on my email list. We do have a new program coming up soon, and by we I mean Teresa and I. We're not going to announce it for a couple more weeks. We're still working on it, so if you're on my email list, you will be the first to find that out. So make sure, if you're interested in the things that we do here, expanded, so to speak, get on my email list. Also, please don't forget, I am a transformation coach. This is what I do. This is what Balance Worthy is all about. And I work solely with women who feel stuck, who need to get out of the rut, who are going through life and just need some guidance and to get through the emotions of what's going on right now. So if you're interested in a one-on-one session, my website is also on our Facebook group, or if you have any questions, feel free to send me a direct message. All right, ladies, have a wonderful Monday, and I will see you soon.